Donald Trump has had a completely tough previous few weeks. Although polls suggest his reputation has sincerely elevated amongst his supporters after the FBI raided his Florida belongings on August 8, it appears the damning information popping out of the research simply continues searching worse for the previous president, whose Truth Social platform is likewise in warm water. Although reviews indicated the Trump felony crew did now no longer offer OK elaboration, it appears Cannon is certainly willing to recall the request. A very last choice has now no longer been made, however. The Republicans' request for the oversight of the FBI's research comes warm at the heels of a hotly contested, heavily redacted affidavit having been launched that explains to a point what files had been taken for the duration of the debatable seek at Mar-A-Lago. Now, Judge Aileen Cannon says she has initial intent to permit a unique grasp to check positive files that had been seized, despite the fact that now no longer people who allegedly include top mystery information. The subsequent step? A Thursday listening to will permit each Donald Trump's crew and the Department of Justice to percentage how a unique grasp is probably used with inside the case, and of course, the Dodge might also additionally protest using the unique grasp altogether. Meanwhile, Cannon has additionally requested that the Dodge offer greater element at the files that the FBI took from the Trump compound on August 8. It's really well worth noting that unique masters aren't usually hired in those styles of instances. However, Politico notes that instances towards Michael Cohen and Rudy Giuliani used them. At around 12:40 p.m. on Thursday, July 13, 2022, the NYPD obtained a 911 name soliciting for emergency help for a 73-year vintage woman discovered subconscious at the lowest of a grand curving staircase within inside the fashionable white limestone townhouse placed at 10 East 64th Street. Just off 5th Avenue on New York City's Upper East Side, the cope with is indexed via way of means of Dun and Bradstreet because the headquarters of Ivana Incorporated. One of the fanciest non-public houses in New York City, it is additionally served because the predictably palatial domestic for greater than many years of the glamorous, unapologetically posh Ivana Trump. Responding officials declared Ivana deceased on the scene. Media reviews of her surprising loss of life left the sector reeling. In its resulting insurance, we diagnosed Ivana as an ex-spouse of former President Donald Trump. Similarly, Biography noted her as a former version who's satisfactory referred to as the primary spouse of President Donald Trump. By contrast, The Washington Post mentioned in its insurance that if Ivana hadn't come into his existence, the previous president could in no way have come to be who he has. Similarly, The New York Times stated Ivana's popularity as a glamorous Czech-American businesswoman earlier than even addressing her high-profile marriage to Trump. In fairness, however, it is controversial that Ivana turned into the only whose existence modified for all time after assembly and marrying Donald. Ivana Trump turned into one of the maximum iconic strength couples of the 1980s, through the New York Post. However, her upbringing with inside the Eastern European United States, that turned into as soon as referred to as Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, turned into hugely exceptional from the glamorous uber-capitalistic lifestyle to which she have become accustomed for the duration of her marriage to Donald Trump, in keeping with the Daily Mail. Born Ivana Marie Zelnikova on February 20, 1949, in Gotwaldov, Ivana lived together along with her father, Milos Zelniak, who turned into an electrical engineer, and her mother, Marie Zelnikova, who turned into a smartphone operator. From an early age, Ivana exhibited herbal skills for ski racing, a game she took up competitively at age 6, in keeping with Biography. By 12, Ivana's travels as a member of Czechoslovakia's junior countrywide crew had opened her eyes to the glittering global that lay out of doors, the Iron Curtain. As a teen, Ivana found out that aggressive snowboarding might be her price tag out of a kingdom that were beneath communist totalitarian rule, when you consider that 1948. And that is exactly how she used her ski career. As a stepping stone, one which ultimately led her to her pivotal first assembly with the actual property mogul, Donald J.